Welcome back, everybody! This is part 2 of my get home gear. It's a little bit better than a bug out bag because I'm not a big fan of like bugging out. The best thing that you can do is get home, and most of the time that's all you really need. 90% of the time, 99% of the time, all you really need to do is get home. And you know, in Southern California, we have earthquakes, so it's very possible that roads could be down, bridges could be down. Back in the 80s, we had a severe earthquake up in San Francisco where the bridges collapsed, killed a bunch of people. So you would have to walk home. You're not getting home by your car. So this is what I keep as my get home gear in case of anything like that. I don't keep it in case of, well, zombies will be fun. That's a fun thing to think about, but it's not going to be because of zombies. It's because it's going to be an earthquake, and a lot of times I work, 50, 60 miles from home, so I need at least like 2 or 3 days worth of gear, and water and stuff. So if you haven't seen my first video, please check that out down below. You'll see that it's everything that's included in like the front, like when you wear it, it's on the front pouches. Today we're going to cover what I have in the back. So we're going to start with the very, very outside back pouch, which is a M48 Ops pouch. I have a lensatic compass. This is going to be important because most of us use the freeways to get home. You navigate by the freeways. You go, okay, I'm going 91 west to 605 north to 105 west to 405. If you took that route when you're walking, it's going to take you like 8 days to get home. It's going to be all destroyed. So what you need to do is you need to know generally about where you are in orientation. You want to walk a straight line. Like they taught us in 3rd grade, the shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight line, and this is going to help you find it. So there's that. And then on the other pouch is a set of little mini binoculars. Now, binoculars, there's a reason why I have these bundled together, is because binoculars are going to help you scope out your sight. You're going to use your compass, you're going to aim to a point on the horizon, and then you're going to use your binoculars to look along that point and make sure that there's, nothing crazy in your way. Fires, banditos, zombies, whatever. You want to... So, that's why it's nice to have like a nice little cheap set of binoculars. One of those... I got those in one of those dumb subscription boxes. I think they were like $20. Here's a knife sharpener. In case you have to be out there for more than a couple days and then all of a sudden you realize, oh shoot, the knife, my EDC knife is dull. And now I can't cut anything. Yeah, this little $3 knife sharpener that I got off of Amazon. Keep that in there. You can sharpen up your knife. Then of course there's a cleaning cloth to clean the lenses. And I believe that's it for my outside pouch. Now, you'll notice over here I have a bungee cord, because bungee cords always come in handy. This is, actually I guess I'll undo it. So bungee cords are great for everything. I mean, especially for if you want to make a shelter. I have a poncho in here that you can actually lean up. You wrap this thing around something, maybe, loop it over a tree like this, maybe loop it over a tree limb. Take this side of the bungee cord, you attach it to one thing. This side of the bungee cord, you attach it to the other, and you actually can have shelter. I have two of them. I have one on this side as well. The other thing that you can use with bungee cords, let's say that there's a traumatic injury. You take this sucker. Do you want to use yours? Instant tourniquet. Okay, my hand's going numb, so I'm not going to do that anymore. All you heroin people, you know what I'm talking about. All y'all have a bungee cord. You're like, yep, I keep my bungee cord right next to my needles. That way I can just... But anyway, so bungee cords are useful. This is that butt pack that I was talking about. I got it on Amazon.com for, I want to say, about $17. It's a G4Free. No joke. That's the name of it. G4Free. That's the company. But I love it. Hey, I hooked up my 782 gear to it perfectly. It's clipped onto my belt. It's been holding this stuff for almost a year now. No split edges. I don't see any stitching coming undone. This thing goes in and out of between my work van and my work truck. Because if I'm gonna be, but I mean, mostly I just grab it like this, I grab it, pretty much like this and just throw the thing around because if I'm gonna be more than 30 miles from home, I just like to have it because it's like, shoot, you never know when you have to walk home. You might have 2 blowouts and maybe your cell phone battery died. Oh, but I think we might have a cure for that in here as well. So, as we move along, we have one of these carabiner multi-tools on the back. Just hanging off the back. So, it's a carabiner so you can clip something to whatever. It's got a knife on it, and this thing is pretty sharp. I have cut myself on it already during a video. And it's got a little miniature, Phillips head, and then a big, fat, thick, regular screwdriver. And then they're like, oh, well, you can use that as a pry bar, but I can tell by the way this thing is designed, if you pry with it, it's gonna break it. So don't use it as a pry bar. Anyway, but it's always good to have this kind of stuff because when you are going to make shelter, it's nice to be able to just click this onto a rope. And you can have a rope here, rope there. Wave your hands in the air, shake your derriere. Okay, so that's carabiner. Let's go with the little side pouches first. On this side pouch, I have an extra set of work gloves because if you're gonna get home, you're gonna mess up your hands a little bit. So throw these suckers on. They'll protect your hands at least a little bit from blisters and stuff like that. This is the stuff that I wear every day on my job at work. I threw in this awesome saw. I love it. If you get stuck overnight and you need to cut down, some branches or cut some little branches up into smaller pieces, bam, got it covered. And then my fire starting kit. This is what I always get upset when they sell those $20, $30 fire kits. This is a Zippo and a big old thing of Zippo fluid, and I have extra flints in here and paper. This is my fire starting kit. This whole thing cost me like $15. You go on Amazon, you get yourself a Zippo. It comes with extra fluid, it comes with extra flints, it comes with extra wicks that I've never replaced. I've owned Zippos my entire life, and I think twice I've had to pull them up just a little bit because you get like that much wick, and I think twice in my entire life I've had to pull them up maybe a quarter of an inch. So I'm telling you, this is your best fire option. You get yourself a Ziploc bag, a Zippo, It comes with the fluid, the extra flints. You take some of that packing paper that they love to just crinkle up and shove in there. Now you got tinder. You put it in a Ziploc bag, and for about $10, maybe $12, you have a reliable, completely reusable fire starting kit. Then on the other side, of course, I have my other bungee cord, and I have these adjustable straps. And again, especially like in a shelter situation or you know, any kind of, let's say like a, you know, first aid situation, you need to use this as a tourniquet. You can wrap this around the wound, put a half turn in it, take a stick, spin that around, take the rest, wrap this around it. You can use these, you know, and they're clippable straps. So it's like, okay, well, hey, when the tourniquet needs to come off, boom, you can unclip it. They're a million uses for adjustable straps, and these are 6 feet long. So you can use them for making shelter. You can use them for tying stuff up. If you and your girl are stuck halfway home and you're like, honey, I haven't got to tie you up in a while. Can I do that for you, please? And she's like, oh, yes, my love. I would love for you to do that for me, please. Then, bam, you got straps. You can tie her up inside your little makeshift tent. You guys can have sweet, sweet loving. And you guys, that's a good morale booster. I like that. Then I got a pencil. You can write notes. And then this is actual duct tape that we use when we make ducks. I just took some duct tape and just wrapped it around my pencil. Duct tape's good for everything. So, and pencil, you can, you know, make notes or, you know, write directions or, I don't know. So in this pouch, I got 3 AA's that go to my walkie-talkie, which has the radio bands for weather and everything like that, and just in case those go out. So I have those. And my walkie-talkie has a light on it too. And then I have 2 18650s for my other lights. And then I have my scarf from when I was in the Marine Corps. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Self, why does he have a scarf when he lives in Southern California? And he's sweating because it's 100 degrees here. And he doesn't have the air conditioning turned on. Well, the reason that you want a scarf is there are a million different uses. If you hurt your arm or somebody in your party hurts their arm, you can use it to, you know, wrap up their arm into a sling. You can use it if there's fire. You can dip this in water. You can put it around your face. You see how you can barely understand what the hell I'm saying? Actually, I probably sound better like that too. You're like, hey, keep that scarf over your face. We don't like what you're saying. So anyway, get this wet. You can wrap it around your face. If there is like some kind of weird, crazy thing that's going on and there's a lot of dust in the air, boom, you can wrap this around your face. If you didn't bring a hat and it's particularly sunny, you could throw this over your head and use it as a shemagh, you know, whatever. There are a million different uses for a scarf. All right, now let's get into the outside pouch of my main bag, which has a solar-powered battery charger slash car starter. It says it'll start your car. I don't know if I believe that. There have been times when I try to jump people's cars and other people's big-ass like car batteries, it takes a couple of minutes. So maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I would really not want to find out. But this one has lights on it. It's got a little weird compass on it. So if you double click it, it turns on the light. It's a little bright. It's good. Double click it again, turns the light off. It has ports up here that you can charge, your cell phone or whatever. And it comes with a couple of different, it's got 2 USB chargers on here, so you can charge 2 cell phones at the same time. With a little carabiner. Not bad. Then I have my AAA batteries in here because I also carry lights and other equipment that run on AAA batteries. And this is a solar emergency rescue tent. Not a rescue blanket, but a rescue tent that I got in one of those Hits the Fan mystery boxes. So I put 3 candles in here. Because candles are good for light. They last a long time, especially if you can get like a little tent up to block the wind. You light these 3 little guys, boom, and they smell good. They smell very pretty. And it comes with guidelines and stuff like that. Also, the little Trailblazer stove. Because since you're going to be out there for a couple of days, you're going to get hungry. So what you do is you take this, you put it like that, and then you put like your canteen cup on top. You drop one of these little fuel tablets in here. Boom. In the middle. Light that sucker, or maybe throw a couple of twigs or something like that on there. But yeah, no, you can definitely warm up your food. I don't know. I just eat it cold if I'm that hungry. But hey, it's a nice thing to have. Or worst case scenario, if, like they always say, what? One is none. Fire is going to be your best friend when you're out there in case you're like trying to get home. Because I don't care how warm you think it is, when the temperatures get down into the 50s, you're going to start shivering and shaking, and you're going to want fire. So there's another way to make fire. Then, of course, a marker to write notes, mark stuff, where you going to, where you going, where you been. Like Forrest Gump says, you can always tell a lot about a person by their shoes. Where they going, where they been. You can tell people, where you going, where you been. Here's a cable to charge stuff. It's another cable to charge different stuff. This is a bunch of maxi pads. I got these at Walmart. I think I picked up a big old thing of them for like $5. And they're always in everything. Every kind of medical thing that I have has these because they're inexpensive and they're really good at stopping bleeding. Otherwise, why would they use them? I mean, you gotta think, people. You gotta think. If these weren't good at stopping bleeding, why would they use them? Alright. We're past that. Here's a signal mirror out of, and look at that. I'm going to use my light to shine it right in your face. This is actually out of my Marine Corps issue stuff. One of those things I accidentally walked away with. Alright, so that does it for my outside pouch. Now, on the inside pouch of my butt pack, I got a real fork and a real spoon. You know why? Because they weigh nothing and they're not going to break. And they're cheap. I have a John Wayne P38 can opener. Just in case. You never know. Then I have mac and cheese. 99-cent mac and cheese, and I wrote it expires in October of next year. And there are 625 calories in here on this mac and cheese. 625 calories for $1. When you're trying to survive and you're trying to get home, all you really care about are calories. Doesn't matter how you get them. It just matters that you get them into your body, because your body is like a race car. If you're not getting the fuel, you're going to run out of gas. So 625 calories for $1 takes up a little bit of space, and you need to put some water into it. But that's what the aqua tabs are for. That's why you bring an extra gallon with you. That's why you have 2 canteens full of water. This is going to help you get home. Then I have a creamy vegetable pasta thing that I got in one of those monthly boxes that I quit subscribing to. 800 calories in this though, but I think they put a value on this of like $7 for 800 calories. So 625 calories of Kraft mac and cheese. This isn't the knockoff. I didn't go for the 89-cent Stater Brothers cheapo knockoff. I splurged the extra 10 cent. I got the 99-cent Kraft mac and cheese. Don't mess with me, please. For $1. So for $1 you get 625. For $7 you get 800. So you can see kind of, the only reason that I put this in here is because I got it in one of those subscription boxes. And whatever, I'll throw it in there. If I have to eat it, I will. Same with this. Oh no, this is a Life Straw. During the latest Amazon days that we just had, these were on sale for $10 for a Life Straw, an actual legitimate Life Straw. So I bought 2 of them. I put one in here, and I put one in my actual bug out bag, because you never know. You know, this is my get home stuff. I just need something that's going to keep me alive for 3 days. So if I see a puddle of water or more likely you're going to be walking through urban areas. So what do you see a lot of? Fountains, like actual like fountains, so stagnant water. So you drop this in there, maybe take a drink. Anyway, and then here's a MRE from one of these doofy companies. I don't know. 820 calories, which is fine. When I was in the Marine Corps, MREs were 2,000 calories per MRE. We used to get 3 of them a day, and we still used to lose weight when we got out of the field. That's how much energy you're going to be expending. You're probably, if you're walking home in an entire day, you're probably going to burn about 6,000 calories. If you're walking 10, 12 hours straight, you're probably going to burn, more than 800 calories. You're going to burn more than your 2,000 calories is based on an average person, what they do. What does the average person do? They wake up, they brush their teeth, they get in their car. They drive to work. They get out of the car, they walk into the office. They sit down at their desk. They sit there all day long. They get up, they go pee, they come back, they sit down. They walk up, they go to lunch, they come back, they sit down. 2,000 calories, that's just basically what you're doing. If you have to walk 20, 30 miles in a day, you're going to burn 6,000 calories. So you need at least, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, you need to have at least 5,000 calories in your get-home bag. Because, if you can burn, or hopefully 6. If you can have 6,000 calories, that's even better. I have a lot of snacks and other stuff that gives me lots of calories. They're quick calories, which is what you want because you're on the move. So you want stuff that your body can easily access without having to, dive into burning your fat. So I think I probably have about, probably 8,000 calories in this whole thing if I added it all up. But I'm planning for 3 days, and that's me burning, 3,000 calories per day. I plan on losing weight. I'm like, okay, well, if I have to walk home for 3 days, I'm gonna lose some weight. Just fine. Like, we can't all afford to lose a little bit of weight. So yeah, I would put like 10,000 calories in your get home bag, and that should get you there. And then of course you have to have a light. This one is it has a couple different modes, but it's good. It's nice and white. It's magnetic. It sticks to stuff. I wish I had something magnetic for it to stick to, but you can see it's very bright. So now I'm going to see a couple different spots during the day. So you can see it blinks. High, low. Takes AAAs. That's why I had the AAA batteries. When you're trying to get home, you can never have too much light. This thing can, it's got the little clip on the back. You can just clip it onto your shirt like while it's on so that you can, see what the heck is going on like this. On this shirt, this is my Oakley super comfy olive drab shirt that I got from LA Police Gear for like $10. And then this is my new Midway USA super comfy olive drab hat that I was talking about in my other video. I love Midway USA. They have such great deals. I'm sure that they're going on now. In my last video about gun restriction versus car restriction, or which one we should do, I was wearing that Oakley shirt. Oh, that Oakley shirt is very comfortable. But I'm wearing my other Midway USA hat, which is not quite as comfortable as this one. This one is wonderful. I love it. So, anyway, yeah, you should have a couple different forms of light wherever you're going. And then underneath, we have tied on this SOG multi-tool, or what we used to call in the Marine Corps an E-tool. And I wrapped it with some high-vis paracord. I wrapped the handle with some high-vis paracord. I'm going to include the link on how to wrap this. I'll include it down below. All I did was I took exactly what he did and I just started from this side and just bent it all the way around. But man, it makes everything so much different. So yeah, if you're out and about, you're probably going to need to, even if you want to make a fire for the night. Well, you got to dig a little hole, right? To put your fire in and then put some rocks around it so you don't catch the place on fire. This thing is awesome. Look at this. And I think I got this on Amazon. I want to say for about, I don't know, maybe $10, $8 or $10. And it's super light. It's fairly rigid. I would dig a hole with this. It's got some little serrated edges on here in case you wanted to, I don't know, like maybe like scrape some bark off of a tree, or maybe scrape some already halfway dead branches so that you can have like some kindling to get a fire started. I don't think that you can cut anything with it. It's not that sharp. But, and then this, of course, a little pickaxe, you can, and then get the hole going, and then and then you're good. If you want, you can put that one down and just use that, or you can put it up like that. It's a nice little tool. I like it. And then, of course, this is like, I want to say this is like 20 feet of paracord, or maybe even 30 feet. I remember it took me a long time to wrap this. But I always figured, well, if I'm in an emergency situation, because on this, you can just kind of just undo it and just like, and zip out as much of this as you want. So there's that. And then on the very bottom, I have 50 feet of paracord that's completely wrapped around my poncho. It's a military poncho, and I'm not going to unwrap it because it took me I want to say like a good like 10 or 15 minutes just to like wrap this thing all up. But trust me, it's a military poncho. If you want to see what the poncho actually looks like, I'm going to put a link for that down below as well. And then I have additional 9mm rounds. I got 10 extra ones. And I got toilet paper because... And safety pins. And another pencil. Because when you're on the road, you're going to have to poop. If you're going to be out there for 3 days, even though most of this stuff will stop you up pretty good, you're probably going to have to take at least one poop before you get home. So, toilet paper is for that. Don't use it to start fires. That's what that's what this paper is for. That's why you pack paper in here. This is brown paper for lighting fires. Worst case scenario, you can tear off a little bit of some of this cotton. Or you can actually wipe your butt with these too. That works too. Just another use for these. So, and then there is I got this in the Shit Hits or Survival box, and then I loaded in a couple of plastic forks and spoons, because you never know, you might run into somebody on your way, you know, you're like, oh, or maybe somebody from your work that you carpooled with, and you're like, oh man, it sucks, the earthquake hit, now we gotta walk home. Now you gotta share with him and help him get home. Alright, well now you get an extra fork, extra spoon for him. Share with him some of your stuff. You know. Yeah, you gotta work as a team at that point. Or you just take this when he's sleeping. Then you have more protein. Okay, well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you liked part 2 of my get home gear, which is better, I think, than a bug out bag. All I want to do is get home. If I get home, that's where all my guns are. That's where all my ammo is. Check my other videos. You'll see how much ammo I just bought during Ammo-Geddon. And thank you all again so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.